The good news is the fracture seems to have healed. But I've got a blister on my baby toe. I've got a blister on the bottom of my foot. I've got all these bug bites. And I have a little bit of shin splints going on here. And that's all on the right foot, the one that was fractured. My left foot seems immune. I don't know. I can't win. I'm trying hammock camping for the first time tonight. I've been lounging in it during the day, but I haven't spent an overnight. I'm starting to get a little cold even though it's summer. So I'm sleeping on my air mattress and I've got my summer down quilt and my down jacket on and my socks, 2 pairs of socks, and my buff on my head. Like Ma in her kerchief and Pa in his hat. Just settled down for his long winter's nap. I don't know. But no worries if I'm not comfortable or I'm too cold or whatever. I can just hop out and hop into my tent, which is about 10 feet away. Let's see what night's sleep I get. Sweet dreams. Good morning. Even just taking one day off. Yesterday was a 0 day at Big Meadows Campground here in the Shenandoahs. But lo and behold, my trail sensei, Footloose, who gave me my name, Grasshopper, last March, she and Doc Peppa, who owns Angel's Rest, were camping at Big Meadows. So we met up this morning and I just spent several hours with them, provided trail magic at a trailhead. It was so good to see my friend Ashley. Look at this view. Oh, it's beautiful. See the trees. Oh, this is just gorgeous. So great to see Footloose and Doc Peppa and spend some time. Can't wait to finish my hike and tell all the tales of all the things I've learned since she named me Grasshopper, which is the student, the impatient student who wants to know everything all at once. And she said, "Patience, Grasshopper, just go for your hike and you'll learn." And that I have been doing for sure. I love you, Sensei. I love you, Footloose. Let's see what's out here on this rocky outcrop. Oh, wow. Ah. The trail so far from where I stepped on is quite rocky and it's been up. It looks like I might be going down now. Oh, sweaty, it's hot. I'm heading down to Thornton Gap. I have an exciting, what I think is a very interesting opportunity to do a work stay tonight at a farm. In exchange for some farm work, so I might be cleaning out a stable or weeding a garden or, you know, whatever needs to be done. For about an hour and a half in the morning and an hour and a half in the evening. And in exchange, I get a bed, 3 meals, laundry, shower, and a ride back to the trailhead. So it doesn't sound like a bad deal. So going down to meet the owner at Thornton Gap, or Thornton Gap, and spend the night there and do some farm work tomorrow and see what kind of experience that will be. Something unique and different, so I'm looking forward to it. dear God. Finally, almost at the gap. That has got to be up there with one of the rockiest days so far. And it was all downhill. Oh, my feet feel like they've been hit with hammers. Oh my God. It was relentless. I will be so grateful to get off my feet tonight. Owie, my poor baby toes. They hurt. Ouch, 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 ouch.
Yeah. That's Hershey. Those things are so delicious. Holy shit, they got rib bounds in it.
How can you look at them and talk about, say the word delicious at the same time? You're an evil. I'm sitting in a pickup truck, and we've been going back and forth between the 3 properties that this farmer has off the Appalachian Trail. So it's not a hostel, it's kind of an underground little place for hikers to stay, and I'll be working on a farm. I don't know what he'll have me doing, but I haven't been recording his stories, everything from how they slaughter, how they medically treat the animals, what they're eating, and he owns a house that he's completely restoring. He's gutted it. It was built in the early 1700s, and he's restoring it back to that time. And oh, this is going to be an amazing time. I've only been with this guy about an hour. We're at a gas station right now, so I just wanted to fill you in. I just wanted it started as just a night stay and a free meal, and some experience, you know, see what the farm is like. And this is really cool. I am really excited to get to know the life of a farmer. My trekking pole is stuck. There we go. Sometimes when I'm walking, I put my trekking pole down, it slid in, and then it got caught because of that tip. And I kept walking, and it almost pulled me over and onto my bum, but it didn't. Look at how that tree was grown. It's like split and connected there at the branch. It's kind of wild. Yeah. I'm at Pass Mountain Hut and just stopped to have some lunch and look at my guidebook to see what my plan is. This hut isn't quite far enough for me for today, but the next one isn't for 13 more miles, so that's too far. I could stealth camp, and what I was planning on doing was going about halfway between the two and just finding a spot on the side of the trail to camp. But a girl was here just a few minutes ago when I arrived. She had stopped to have lunch, and she said she had stealth camped last night in around the same area that I would be looking to stop. And she said the trees really in this area are not really set up, you know, the branches aren't convenient for hanging a bear bag. And there were bears around her. She was alone, and she said there were a couple bears in the woods around her, and she just didn't sleep well because she kept talking to them all night. You know, okay, bear, go away, you know, talking to them. So she didn't really sleep. So she kind of advised against doing that in this particular section, but the next shelter is just a little too far for what I want to do. So I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably stay here. It's only, I think it's maybe 3 o'clock or something like that. I don't want to stop right now, but it might be the safest choice for me. It's also supposed to thunderstorm tonight and on and off tomorrow. So being alone in the woods, stealth camping without appropriate trees, knowing there's many bears in the Shenandoahs and that she encountered them last night, in the rain and alone with absolutely nobody. I'm not hiking with anybody right now. All of that together just doesn't seem like a fun night. So I will probably stay here, but tomorrow that means I really should push and do 13 miles to the next shelter, which is what it is. So I don't know, I'm just going to think and see about making a plan. I'm also going to be looking through the book and try to see how I'm going to flip-flop and finish the AT and still strive to do a through hike. My thought right now, and I'll let you know, but my thought is that I'll continue hiking to Harper's Ferry and then take a Greyhound bus or something up to New York and hike up to Katahdin from there, because I want to get there before the bad weather so I can stay safe and enjoy the hike and have them not close the mountain on me, because there is a time frame. And then once I get to Katahdin, if that happens, go back to New York and hike back to Harper's Ferry, and then go back and do the southern portion that I missed. So it's just kind of a flip-flop within a flip-flop, but that's what I'm going to do right now. Just, I think, just kind of look through the book, have my lunch, see if anybody else shows up in the next couple of hours. Most hikers probably won't show up to spend the night until 5 o'clock or so it might be alone for a couple hours, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't know. We'll see what happens. As suspected, I have been alone for the last couple of hours and don't expect to see any other hikers for a little bit. It's just almost 5 o'clock. As long as somebody comes, I really don't want to be here all alone tonight. I actually saw a bear right at the edge of the path here, leading down to the shelter, and just as I walked by, I probably startled him, and he just jumped out of a tree and scurried into the bushes. He was bigger than a cub, but smaller than an adult, so a juvenile bear. And, you know, there's just comfort in numbers, so I'd rather have somebody else here. I've been looking at my guidebook, and I had some lunch, and it's been thundering, but no rain yet. I have decided to just stay here for tonight. Please, please, please let somebody else show up. And tomorrow I want to get up bright and early and walk to Elk Wallow or something as a wayside where I can, they have bathrooms and they have apparently breakfast, lunch, and dinner, just a little wayside, so maybe I can get like a hot lunch or something like that. So I can get there for lunch and then take it from there. And then the next day I should be at Front Royal and out of the Shenandoahs. So that's my plan. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so if I can do 7 or 8 miles before lunch and then stop and rest for an hour or two, have some lunch, and then do another 6 or 7 miles and finish out my day. But I'll figure all that out. Right now I just figure I'll stay here for the night and go get a hot lunch tomorrow around noon, and hope I don't get eaten by a bear in the meantime. I haven't yet shared with you where I stayed. Yesterday I went to a secret hostel that's not listed in the guidebook or on Gut Hooks or anything. It's just a word-of-mouth thing, so I won't even say it here. I'll just pass the word along to some other hikers as I see them, or next year, whatever. But I went to a farm, and another hiker and I shoveled poop in the horse stalls, and like a lot of poop. And I got to milk a cow, and just some other things that were really fun. They have everything from sheep and goats and cows. Yeah, they have cattle. I think he said he does like 35 cattle a year or something that he slaughters and sells the meat. And he has a cow and a calf that he gets milk from, and chickens so he can sell the eggs, and goats and sheep and hogs, and a garden full of vegetables and berries and things like that. I'm probably forgetting some animals. There's some dogs, of course, and roosters that woke us up at the crack of dawn. And we slept in a barn, in the loft in the barn, on some cots, and it was wonderful. It was just a great experience. So I'll share some pictures. Yeah, so it was really, really what a wonderful couple that lived there and welcomed hikers in. He's a former thru hiker, and so he knows the ins and outs and gave us some tips and listened to our stories, and just a wonderful family, and I had a really good time. I'm getting a bit worried because it's 6 o'clock and nobody else has come, and the sun is gone because it's cloudy and thundering. I felt 1 or 2 raindrops, but then it stopped. But it's definitely going to rain tonight. That's my suspicion. But nobody else is here, and I would suspect, I mean, the most popular time for people to show up is between 5 and 7. So I'm really hoping somebody comes. But I've moved from lunch to dinner. I'm making my dinner right now. Delicious ramen noodles. Somebody better come. I don't want to be alone. I'll give you a little tour of the shelter while I'm waiting. I've got, let's see, we have the shelter here. It's pretty standard. It's a little on the smaller side. It could probably fit 6, well, no, it's about right. A little smaller. I've got my ramen noodles here that I will be eating in just a moment. It's just a little bit too hot. Got a fire pit. Alright, so we got the shelter right here to the right, a picnic table with a little fire pit right in front. Directly across is a trail, some other trail. It's not the AT, just some, I don't know, other kind of trail. Funky looking tree, another trail leading to some tent sites. And down here, you'll see a post here that says spring. And there is just a few steps away is the spring where we can get our water source. And that's it. It's a piped spring here, which I always like. Those are the easiest to get water from. And I've already done that. Don't want to leave my food alone. It's a bear will come and eat it. I don't think that fast, but there's a shelter. And on the other side is the privy there. And I'm not really sure what that is. But see right here, those are the bear poles that I'll show you when I hang my bear bag. And a bear box, which was really cool for them to add that. I hear voices. That's the road leading up to the AT. I really hope those are hiker voices I hear. But for now, I think I will see if my soup is cool enough to eat. And then I'm going to have a yummy Cliff Bar for dessert. And some water with electrolytes. And I've got some tortilla bread as well. I do hear voices. Hear them? Male and female. Yay! Well, people showed up. An entire family, which is awesome. But it also showed up with the rain.